Let's explore the street food of Lebanon with kafta. Simple, delicious, but full of flavor. Welcome to Annie's Smoking Pot. Let's get cooking. We've got ground lamb. Oh, if you've never tried lamb before, this would be the perfect dish to start with because there's so many flavors that you and I are gonna put into this meat. You won't be disappointed at all. You are going to love it. Got some parsley. Handful of parsley. Use your judgment. However big your hand is, that's what you're gonna do. You want to finely chop it, just as fine as you can. Otherwise, if you have pieces that are a little bit too big in the lamb meat, once we get to the grilling part, they can tend to just burn a little bit, and then you get more of a bitter taste rather than that sweet herbaceousness. Herbaceousness? Herbaceousness? Yeah, herbaceousness. That's a great word. We're just gonna chop this up really fine. Watch out for your fingers, as always. Oh, that smells so good. Can you smell that over there? Oh my goodness gracious. That looks amazing. In it goes, just like that. Now, yellow onion. Again, you want to chop it as fine as you can because we want everything to mix up beautifully. Oh, look at that. We're gonna dice this little guy up or mince it. Mince it? I guess mince would be the term we want to do. Tiny itty bitty little pieces, right? Mincing. Look at that, like that. You want to cut up enough to equal about 1/4 of a cup. You know what? If you get a little more, it's okay. It's not gonna hurt it. Oh, I cannot wait to travel to Lebanon. We've been watching travel channels just to kind of get a feel for the food that we're gonna be experiencing when we start our own traveling. And we fell in love with lamb, and that was it. We were hooked. If you have never had lamb, give it a try. It is a little gamey, I guess would be the word, but you know what? If you add the right spices, you cook it right, you can't go wrong. That's my theory anyway. I've also got some garlic paste. Oh, it blooped. It never bloops, ever, but it did. Perfect. Oh, here. Secret ingredient, Lebonese 7 spice. It is coriander, cumin, cloves, cinnamon, white and black pepper, and allspice. And oh, it smells like Christmas. It is Christmas in a spice. It is so good. And in that goes. Boop, boop, boop. Blend all that up. Hands are the best because you want to make sure that we get all of those spices, the 7 spice, the garlic, the parsley, the onion in every single, thanks baby, in every single bite. Just mix it up. You don't want to like grind it with your hands though, because you don't want to overwork it because that can toughen up the meat. So as you can tell, just kind of fold it over on itself. Now the parsley is what's going to give it this interesting little green hue when it's all done. You want to let this sit for just a few minutes just so that those flavors can meld together. So while that's resting, we are going to move on to a side dish that goes with it. This dish is typically served with a flatbread. You're going to scoop up the meat, you're going to scoop up some of the side dish. Oh, it is so good. English cucumber, that's what we're using. Because you want to be able to scoop this up into a bite, you want to make your pieces fairly small, not so small that you lose the wonderful crisp flavor, but small enough that you can incorporate it into the perfect bite. Chop these up and see what we got going on. Oh, I think that's just the perfect amount. Perfect. In it goes. Boop. All right, red onion. Because we've got yellow onion in here, the red onion is so just, I don't want to say spicy. It's not spicy, but it definitely has a bite to it, which is just, again, going to add more flavor to the dish. Chop it up small, as always, so that you get a nice bite every time. You don't want a big, huge chunk of it, so chop it up pretty fine, you know, just like that. Just a nice fine little mince, oops, to it. Lord, I am a messy cook. Whew. And some beautiful, beautiful cherry tomatoes. You can just use reds if you want. I love all the different colors that you get in these mixed bags. Each one has a different flavor. Some of them are more sweet. Some of them are more tart, I guess would be the word, but they're all so pretty. And again, just bite-sized little pieces. So I'm just gonna keep chopping these, and through the miracle of editing, I might end up doing this like really super fast. Can you see that? Can you see all those beautiful colors? It's just, I just want to eat it. Right now, I just want to dig in and eat it, but I'm not going to. Why? Because we're not done. Olive oil. Just a little bit of olive oil. And balsamic vinegar. It has to be balsamic. Balsamic is like punch you in the face acidic, right? So you want that more acid that you get from balsamic. And a little salt and pepper. Once you get it mixed up, I do have feta cheese as well to add to it, but I don't want the feta cheese to soak up too much of that balsamic, so I just mix it up first, then you're gonna add the feta. However little, however much you like, just enough to get the flavor without overpowering. And there we go. So now let's get grilling. As you can see, I brought my outside in. Why? Because where I live, it's cold outside and my metal body parts don't like the cold. So we're doing it inside. Got my grill heating up beautifully. We're gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of oil. Not too much, just enough to keep these from sticking. Now comes the fun part. Gonna grab some meat. Not too much, because you don't want to make the kebabs too big, because you want them to be able to cook through without burning. And you just mush it on there. Just mush, 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 thin and long. My goal is to make sure they don't fall off. On it goes. Look at that. I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit. You want to go low and slow because you don't want to burn the outside before the centers cook. They don't all have to be exactly the same. You know, as long as you've got your thickness the same, that's going to make the difference, because you want them to cook about the same. But, you know, if you've got some that are longer than others, some that are, you know, closer to the end of the stick, it really doesn't matter. And we're going to turn our temp down just a bit again. We're going to go to an internal temp of 160 Fahrenheit. I think that's about 74 Celsius. Look right there, right there. My husband's going to put up there exactly those temps. Description below is going to have the full recipe of exactly what we're doing today. As always, subscribe if you haven't. Share. Share it with everybody and anybody. Oh, don't touch the grill. I hope you're not just watching the videos. I hope you're trying some of these recipes with me. I mean, of course, if you're just watching them, I greatly appreciate that. Absolutely appreciate it. It builds my watch hours, everything. But you know what? The food that I cook, I like to think it's simple. I haven't really made anything that's extravagantly difficult. Simple, quick, easy. If you've got a recipe you want me to try, hit me up in the comments down below and let me know. I am willing to try anything. I have been so far outside my comfort zone this whole time with Annie's Smoking Pot. Go outside your comfort zone. And you know what? I am having the most fun. Absolute fun. I cannot believe the connections that we've made through food already. Once we start traveling, Annie's Smoking Pot is coming to your country. I will be smoking pot in Turkey, in Lebanon, in Thailand, in Poland. The countries are limitless. I will go until I cannot go anymore. I am a little slow. I don't walk the greatest because I do have a disability, but you know what? When you're traveling, why do you want to go fast anyway, right? You want to take it all in. I can't wait to meet the people. I can't wait to meet you. If you're there, I will have it on my channel where we're traveling to, or we've also got our travel channel. We are here. Not quite up and running yet. It's there. There's not much on it because we haven't traveled yet, but I will always have it on there where we're going to next. And if you're there, hit me up in the comments because I would love to meet you. I would love to meet all of you. Learn your story. What do you like to cook? What do you like to eat? You know? Oh, okay. Gonna give them a flip again. That's the key to these as well. You want to just kind of keep turning them. You want to get all the sides seared and cooked. Switching over to the tongs. Oh, come on, little guy. Stand up for me. You can also cook these over a grill, like not a flat top like what I'm using, but like grates. You can also do that. You can also just pan fry these. If you don't want to put them on a skewer, you don't have to put them on the skewer. Just make your elongated kofta, pan fry it. You can do that too. It really doesn't matter how you cook it, as long as you cook it. Just cook it. Just cook it. It is so good. Our koftas are just about done. So I am going to throw a piece of flatbread on that grill just to get a little bit of crisp to it. Oh my gosh. The smell that is coming from these. Oh my goodness gracious alive. It is just remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. I've got our salad that we put together is ready to go. Now this is tzatziki. Tzatziki is not traditional with kofta, but you know what? I love tzatziki with flatbread, with meat, I just love tzatziki. Oh, if you've never had it, try it. It is so good. It's just basically a sour cream cucumber type spread. And it just adds just a little something something to any dish, really. So we're gonna have it with ours. We're done. I'm gonna turn off my grill. Easiest way to do it, take your tongs and just slide them right off, just like this. Pinch and slide, pinch and slide, pinch and slide. And our bread, because you know what? Bread's hot too. Woo! I think we need to give it a try, don't you? A little bit of that delicious, hot bread. Oh, now, there's no way to do this neatly. Anybody who knows me knows that eating with my hands grosses me out, but I'm doing it for you, okay? Just so you know, I'm gonna take a chunk of that meat. Oh, can you see that? Beautiful parsley in there. Oh, and that wonderful steam. Oh, we're going in for some of those delicious vegetables. And I'm gonna forego the tzatziki on this bite just because. Let's see. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. That's 7 spice. You get those 7 spices I told you about. You get that right to the forefront. There's that cinnamon, cumin, the coriander, the allspice, the clove. That clove, but that parsley that's in there. And then with the little salad, that little balsamic vinegar bite is absolutely amazing. Like, I know I'm not supposed to say the word amazing. Anybody who follows my channel, that's like my go-to word, because you know what? Some things are just amazing. Delightful doesn't do it justice. Delectable doesn't do it justice. It is freaking amazing. Hands down. Hands down. Well, thanks again for cooking with me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, subscribe if you haven't. Like the video, share the video. We'll see you next time. Bye.